We are live. Hey, I'm here with Alex Paduraru, and I am thrilled to welcome him. He is currently in Romania, and he is joining us for this live interview. Just a little bit about Alex. Alex is the co-founder of Creative Tim, which is a product design company. Basically, they build web design tools for developers, and they have an extremely popular Bootstrap template, which Alex will talk about in a little bit. But one of the really cool things about Alex is that he and his co-founder, Christina, they were able to basically go from working in a Starbucks doing consulting work as college students to 3 years later having this company that generates around, I think it's 22,000 gross each month, and then after they pay their vendors and everything, it's $17,000. So they're doing this on their own. It's amazing. So, Alex, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Quincy. I'm really happy to have this interview with you, and thank you for everything that you did with the articles and all your help. So you're doing a great job with FreeCodeCamp. So
thank you. So everybody, if you haven't read Alex's article, it's currently one of the top articles on Medium. I've linked to it below, and it's just like this amazing, epic blow by blow of how they built this company up, how they marketed their product. How they built their product, how they learned a whole bunch of additional skills. So check that out. I've also linked to their company website, which you can check out as well. And be sure to follow Alex on Twitter. He's a really interesting guy.
Thanks.
So I want to talk a little bit about the history of Creative Tim and how you and Christina got this going. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yeah. We used to work since the faculty period of time. So actually, we get in contact with Bootstrap, the famous framework, but a course in faculty. Then we just use that to get some websites for different friends. And all those people that are saying, hey, can you build a website for me because you are in the mathematics and computer science university? And we said, okay, yeah, let's do this. And we started to build the websites. Then there was a guy who requested us an invoice, and in that moment we had to create our company. We created the company, and we continued to do services for different guys. And then at some point we've seen that we always have to create all the items again and again and again, like landing pages, login models, dashboards. Actually, everything that you need for a website, we had to create it from zero. And we decided to create some kits that are helping us in the work with clients. Taking this further and checking the marketplaces and everything that was in that period of time, we decided to create a product that can help also the other agencies to take this process and to create websites for their clients. So we were thinking, okay, if we are two guys and we have this problem, we always have to create this. That means there are also other agencies in the world that are having the same problem with us. So let's see if this is just our idea or our method of work, or if this is a method of work also for the other agencies. And then we created our UI kit. It was the Get Shit Done kit. And we posted on our website on Creative Team, and we've seen a lot of good feedback on it, and people just starting to use it. In this way, on that time, we validated our idea. So that means there are more agencies in the world, or freelancers, or guys who are doing websites that need like the base. They need a base for their projects. Seeing this, we decided to create more components and to add all those components in a package and ask for money. And then we see that people started to pay for it, and we said, okay, this is the point that our idea is fully validated. If somebody is paying for your product, that means you solve a real problem for somebody.
Awesome. So
this is like the introduction about.
So basically, you created these tools, you put them out there,
Yes.
developers, so people were asking for them, you created them, people started using them, and then you started charging for more premium stuff. You use the freemium model.
Yes, this is the freemium model where you acquire an audience and traffic for the free products, and then you try to sell for the premium versions.
And you have tons of different web design agencies, companies, freelance developers who are paying you licenses to be able to use the most advanced, like non-freemium, like the premium versions.
Exactly, and the premium was nothing so different or complex, or it was the same as the free but has more components. So to get from free to premium is not something really hard. It's just more work.
Right, and speaking of work, I just want to put this in context. At the time that you and Christina were doing this, you were college students. You were third year undergraduate computer science and mathematics students.
Exactly.
And you were basically working, doing a consultancy as well. You were building projects for individual clients.
Yes.
You also started building your own product. You did that, and then after you finished college, you also went and you did a master's degree in software engineering, both of you.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you were going to school the entire time you built this.
Yeah. We had to do this, so like our families were happy with okay, our kids are going to school like all those kids. So we just wanted to have that. We had like an idea that if we start something, then we have to finish it. It doesn't matter how hard it's going on the way. So in this way, we will not stop because we are tired or because we just don't feel good to go to school, and we just wanted to finish the school. I'm not saying that finish or doing the master degree changed too much our course, but it was something that we had to do. So that's the idea. So yeah, we did that in parallel. We've been working for different clients. We've been doing the school and the projects and everything there, and we're also doing in parallel the products for creative team. So that was the third year of faculty and the first year of master. It was a mess. We've been working also on Saturday, on Sunday. You could find us every morning in the Romanian Starbucks at 9 a.m. till the night. We always closed with those guys. So yeah, it was crazy. We've worked really hard.
Well, here it is. It's is it 8 p.m. in Romania right now?
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. Yeah.
And you're here, but you're no longer in a Starbucks. You're in your own beautiful office.
We have a great office, and that's good. We also we are not working at this moment. We are not working as crazy as we did in the first 2 years. We have like almost normal programs, like 10 till 6, 7, 8 p.m. And yeah, I think it's good that we also have time to recharge and to be productive for the next day. And
do you all have a team of developers and designers now working for you?
Yeah. We at this moment we are 7 guys which are working full time, and we have 2 guys who are doing part time. They're helping us with different items that we need.
Wow! So you've really come a long way from working in a Starbucks.
Yeah.
3 years later.
And
3 years later.
And we are looking for 2 new guys. So we are growing very, very well.
Awesome. Well, there are some questions that have been like I read your article. Of course, I edited it and we published it in freeCodeCamp's publication. And I'd heard about your product before you reached out to me, and it's just really amazingly beautifully designed. I mean, there's a reason why all these people are coming up and giving you a whole bunch of money for this product. It looks amazing. How did you learn design? You're both you and Christina are software engineers.
Yeah. I want to be 100% sincere, because the guys who are watching us, I hope they'll learn a lot from this. We copied a lot in the beginning from Apple. So we've seen, okay, we had this in mind. If we want to become a good company on delivering products with great design, go and look for the best in the market who is doing great design. And we've checked and we've seen that Apple is the greatest in the design. And we started to dig in their interface, checking the gradients, the icons that they're creating, the border radius, and we've got everything, like their iOS apps from phone, from tablet, the interface from the Mac. Everything. We started and we've checked everything that they created. Then we used Dribble for inspiration. There are a lot of great designers on Dribble. I think the greatest designers you can find on Dribble. And this is what we did. We've checked, for example, before doing a product, we check like 10, 20 products that are similar in our area. And we took the greatest part that we consider is the greatest from each interface that we found. We've put that together, and then we've got the final product. So it was copying a lot from from great companies.
So copying the masters, so to speak.
Yeah, copying the masters, and you will become a master. Of course, on our latest products, the copying process is reduced to, I don't know, 5%, because we already formed our mentality and how our products are looking. We have a trend that we set, and of course, we are not inspiring too much at this moment. So, but in the beginning, I think you should learn. For example, if you want to do design, go and check the greatest designers on market. If you are writing code, go and check how the greatest programmers are coding, and learn how the greatest are doing those stuffs, and you will be like them in a couple of years.
Yeah, it's easier than ever. I mean, everything's on Dribble, as you said.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's on Dribble. Everything is published. You have a lot of repositories and a lot of places where you can learn, and that is I don't know, it's fantastic, because you don't learn this in school.
Right.
So,
and just to put this in perspective of human history, right? Like, as of 15, 20 years ago, you were able to go on and see what other people were doing. Before that, you'd wait until a book was published, and
exactly,
the delay would be years. I mean, before that, people were literally writing letters and hand copying manuscripts. We live in an age where it's so easy to get access to the works of the masters.
Exactly.
And I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, and that's not a shame. So I want to be sincere, and I'm just saying, yeah, go and check what others are doing. So that's the best way to learn, and to you compete with a lot of people, so you have to do something to be different. So yeah, but I think everything is possible. So.
Well, I'll tell you what really blows my mind. Like, I'm very impressed that you learned all these things about design. But one thing that's very hard, that I think people don't understand how hard it is marketing, and actually reaching an audience to begin with. Like, it's not build it and they'll come. It's very much build it, then shove it down their throats. Try to get them to eat it, you know?
Yeah, and it's really the marketing is it's really hard also for us, because we come from the makers area, so we are the makers. We like to make something, we like to code something, to design something, and then put it on the internet and just wait. and see, okay, so the guys will come and pay for it and download it. But this will never happen. So you have to go and find people, stalk them, ask them to try your product. You have to do all these things that are not natural to you. How I say, we come from the makers field. And from what I know, the makers hate the marketing. They just like to create stuff and publish it and then create again and again. So yeah, it was difficult to put our products on market and to see how people interact with them. In the beginning, we just used Twitter. We were searching for different hashtags that were on our area, like date pickers, login models, and all that stuff that we built. We've seen that there were some guys who were talking about those products, and we just asked them, hey, do you have time to check our product, our picker, our stuff? Of course, we got like 1 in 100 responded to us. The others either say, okay, leave me alone, or I don't care, I don't need it. Then we continued to check different communities. On that period of time, we've seen some forums for designers. We asked them what they think about our products and all that stuff. In the beginning, actually, nobody really understood what we are trying to do. We wanted to create better interfaces also for the products that were on that on the market, like the date pickers and all that stuff for Bootstrap. We wanted to come with an interface that is better. And after we created our first UI kit, people started to understand, okay, that's an UI kit, I can build a web page. So we just test with freebies, with UI kits, with plugins, and when people started to understand what we are doing, they also came to our website and downloaded them. Then we appeared on, I think, on Product Hunt, and people said they like our products and started to use them. Then we created the premium version, and that was the
awesome.
Story that.
So Product Hunt played a big role in you becoming well known.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people who build products, they want to launch them on Product Hunt. Do you have any advice for a successful Product Hunt launch, since yours was very successful?
Yeah, we at this moment we are doing because we create templates and UI kits. That means we can launch every time on Product Hunt because it's a new product. So we've learned, of course, doing some tests, that the best way is to have somebody who can post who can do the post featured. So you need somebody who is from the staff, or from what I know, there are some accounts who have the featured post. And when you have the featured post, it appears in the first page, and then you have to talk with some friends or with some guys, or if you have a newsletter, just ask them, okay, we've appeared on Product Hunt, just help us with an upvote or with something. I know this is against the rules of Product Hunt, but you have to give that little boost in the beginning, like 10, 5, I don't know, 15 upvotes, because otherwise it will just disappear in the list. It's crazy in these days.
Right. Yeah, and the same thing is with like Hacker News and Designer News.
Yeah. You need just a little boost, but then of course you can talk with 15 friends. They upvoted it, and then if the community doesn't upvote it, then you cannot do anything. But you just need to give a quick boost. Then the community decides if your product is great or not.
Right. And that's the problem, is there's just so many products being released. There's so much noise. And that's really the essence of
it's a lot of noise. And the strategy that I just told you, was also posted on Medium. It was very popular, a lot of recommendations, like 2,000 recommendations. So people know this strategy, and that's why there is also a lot of noise. But in that noise, if you give a little boost to your post, and if you have a good product, I mean a great product, then the community just upvote it. So
Right.
this is what we have learned till now.
So it was, just to reiterate to everybody watching, it was not enough for Alex and Christina to build an amazing UI kit. It was not enough for them to merely build it and design it and for it to work great and make people happy. They still had to kind of go out and get the initial user base who would start spreading word. And that involved just like, people often call that growth hacking, which growth hacking, it's kind of a ridiculed term. But I will tell you, freeCodeCamp didn't just take off because I said, because freeCodeCamp.com was accessible on the internet. Like, I had to put a lot of time and energy in making people know that it existed and care that it existed. So and I think Alex and what he and Christina have built with Creative Tim is an excellent example of how you can build something really amazing, and then you can also go out and do a good job of evangelizing it.
And more important is that we started with zero investment, so we just paid for the Creative Team site, and that's it. All that we invested was our time, and all that we did for those growth hackings, we did it with $0. So you just have to hustle. So
yeah, and so just to be clear, Creative Tim is what we call bootstrapped. They did not go to they didn't go to Mark Cuban or Mark Andreessen and ask for millions of dollars. They literally just started in a cafe, working and building stuff.
I think this should be the natural growth of each company. Just build something, test it, send it to some users, ask them to give you feedback, and then if you get feedback and the feedback is good and people want more from you, then you just create the pro version, the premium, and what you want to do. It's easier to test and to grow like that than going to an investor, getting, I don't know, a couple of $100,000, $1 million, then trying to figure all these things out and what to build. Yeah, of course, 99% of the startups fail because they don't test this before getting those money, and they just, oh, okay, we've got some money, let's see how we spend them. So you have to try it and try it and try it again. Of course, every time when we posted on different communities, we've got banned, we have to create other accounts to do it again, and we just test all the possible items.
So just to reiterate, like pretty much everything I think Alex has been saying is just, you have to hustle, you have to power through any setbacks and adversity. Let's talk about what you're working on now. So you have like 6 different products, I believe, different UI kits and tools. Do you have anything exciting that you can tell us about that you're working on right now?
Yeah. We have there is an UI kit built by the guys from InVision. It's called Now UI, and it was very, very popular like 2 years ago. And I think it is still popular. And we wanted to create also the HTML for that UI kit. It is all just for Sketch and Photoshop. And we wanted to create something also for the developers. And we've got the approval from the guys from InVision to create that UI kit. It will be released under the MIT license, like all the other freebies. We are releasing them to MIT license, so more people can use them and do whatever they want with them. And yeah, this is something that I think it will be huge this year. Having that UI kit for developers, I think that will be really huge.
Well, it's great that you're releasing all these things open source, because it just goes to show that you can totally build a sustainable bootstrap business and still open source a significant amount of what you're building.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Sorry.
I was just going to say the MIT license is like one of the most permissive licenses too. You can do literally anything with this pretty much.
Yeah, in the beginning, we didn't know how to protect our items and how to keep them under our hood. So, okay, this is built by Creative Team and all that stuff. Then we realized this year that it makes no sense to keep all that stuff. It's a lot of great stuff, and we've invested a lot of months and a lot of hours of work. And why should we keep it just for under our license? It's part of our culture to help the developers. So we decided to release all that we built, all the freebies, all the UI keys that are for free under MIT license. Also, of course, this will give us some more users, because that will be spread to a lot of developers. But in the same time, we risk that other companies to take our products and sell them and do everything that they want. But I think it's something that in the end will help us and will help the developers.
Yeah, and again, I just want to applaud you for making it open source. A lot of people are protective of their intellectual property and their, but a lot of people I know who run bootstrap startups and communities and nonprofits, they're making everything open source, and I really think that's the way forward. Like, you don't even have to make. I mean, you can do what's called open core, which GitLab is open core. Basically, the core product of GitLab is completely open source, and then they have additional functionality and modules that you can basically buy a license to. So, but what you're doing with Creative Tim is, for a vast majority of developers, especially the developers who don't necessarily have a credit card, they don't necessarily have a lot of money, they can still use like a version of your product for free. They can still get a tremendous amount of utility out of that. And then for the enterprises and the deep pockets, they can come and get the full functionality. So essentially,
exactly. That was the idea. Yep.
And it's the big companies that are basically able to sponsor all the individual developers who can't afford it to also be able to have a version of that product. And for me, that's just like really profound.
Yeah, that's also what we wanted to achieve. So giving those products for free to all the people, so they don't have to come to our website and inspect Element and just steal the source. You have it free. It's under MIT. Just build great products with this, and maybe if there will be developers who see value in this, maybe they can contribute. And in this way, we create together a better product. So I think it's a good move, going under MIT.
Yeah. Well, I have to ask, because the entire time we've been talking, I've been looking at your beautiful, adorable logo of Creative Tim, your mascot, and also the name of your company. How did you come up with the name Creative Tim and the Tim figure?
Yeah, in the beginning, we wanted to have the name Creative Theme. So theme for the theme, template. And the domain name and the name was already purchased by somebody else. And we just used the Romanian pronunciation for theme, which is like theme. And and we've seen that that domain is available. We purchased it, and then we were thinking, okay, this theme can be also a persona for our users, and we've got the guy who is in the back, and we wanted to make that guy be the so the users who are coming to our website to identify with it. Okay, that guy, it's like a developer or a designer, or and this was the story of the name.
Awesome. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure talking with you, Alex.
Thank you.
I want to thank all of our live audience for hanging out, and I really appreciate everybody who watches these. Below, we have links to to the Creative Tim website, to the extremely popular article. It's currently one of the top articles on Medium that Alex wrote. And also, I strongly recommend you follow Alex on Twitter. He's always got great insights. And thank you again for joining us, Alex.
Thank you. Have a pleasure. See you soon.
Bye, everyone.